is my car. It's a 1990 Nissan Sentra XE, the GA16DE twin cam engine, turbocharged. And this video here on the Sentra channel is pretty much to promote interest in anyone who is interested or could be interested in anything about this car. The story is that the head gasket went out 2 summers ago, well really last summer, I'll say last summer, and brought it back up here to Clarksville from Chattanooga. I changed the head gasket, redid the timing, car did not run right, said I had a £10 vacuum leak over what was average. Tried to work on the car all throughout the winter, could not find a solution to the problem. Came back here about springtime this year, 2010, and again tore the engine apart, did a head gasket change again because I figured that was probably where the vacuum loss was coming from. Redid the timing again, resealed the intake manifold, cleaned out the throttle body, new idler control valve, everything, pretty much every sensor on this engine is new, and again the car does not run right. Basically the explanation I've come up with is a wiring issue. Somewhere the wiring harness is shorted out or causing some sort of problem. In the end, the car's not reliable enough for me to drive, it's not reliable enough for me to fix permanently, and I need a car that will get me from point A to point B relatively easily. So the car itself is up for sale, everything regarding the car is up for sale. It's got a 95 wiring harness in the car, very butchered but nonetheless has it in the car. It's a 99 engine with 95 manifold, Nissan N60 maximum MAF sensor, that's actually brand new, T25 turbo, front mount intercooler, 259cc injectors, Z32 fuel filter on the inside here. Got a CSA FC2 fuel controller, boost gauge, oil pressure gauge, tachometer, air fuel mixture ratio gauge. Pretty much there's an ECU line there, that's a strap bar in the back. Got a Walbro 255 fuel pump inside of the fuel tank, and basically just a lot of stuff. Everything you see, with the exception of the tachometer and probably the oil pressure gauge, is for sale. Everything. ECUs, I've got 2 of them. Your dash, excuse me, it's not in great shape but I'll sell it. Gauge cluster works. Seats, obviously, door panels, carpets, engine, transmission. It's got brand new, fairly new tyres on it. I'm probably going to keep them, but it's got a front sway bar on it, intercooler. Got two T25 turbos, blow off valve, which is inside of the house, intercooler piping, all of that. Pretty much it's all for sale. I mean, the body pieces are in good shape, they need paint, but nothing on the car is really rusted out. I have done the battery conversion to the rear if someone wants those pieces. Pretty much everything on this car is good to go, with the exception of it running correctly. I mean, I'm even selling the engine and transmission. It's got a 1990 transmission, GA16R transmission, 200 and something thousand miles, doesn't miss a beat, no gear, no 5th gear pop out, no problems at all. I mean, it runs strong and solid. T25 turbo's in great shape, alternator's in great shape, starter's in great shape. I've got a power steering pump on the back there. The car itself does not have power steering, it's in great shape. The engine itself only has about 55,000 miles on it. If someone wants to buy the engine, I can't guarantee that there aren't engine issues with it. I've redone the timing, I've seen no damage in regards to that. Redone the head gasket, I've seen no damage in regards to that, but it just doesn't run right, and it could be a real simple fix that I don't have the time to bother with it, or it could be something more complicated. So yeah, obviously everything's going to be as is. It's got new struts on the front, brakes aren't in that great a shape, but they do work. But pretty much everything that you see is for sale, and I need to get rid of it. I need either somebody to take the whole car from me or buy parts off of it. The muffler will be coming with me because it will be going on my new car, which is 1985 300ZX Z31. It will be going on this car, as well as the tachometer and the oil pressure gauge. And that's my new ride, if you will. So it's got some issues, but I'm working it out. The car runs excellent, stops excellent. Just overall a really good car compared to, I mean, not that the Sentra is a bad car, but this one is a lot better. But in terms of the car, if you want the whole car, everything in the car with the exception of the muffler and the tachometer and the oil pressure gauge, things like that I mentioned, it's going to cost $1,000. Why $1,000 if the car doesn't run? It's got a fairly new engine in it that does run, it just doesn't run correctly. You're getting a front mount intercooler, you're getting intercooler piping, you're getting a sequential blow off valve, you're getting a boost controller, you're getting an SASC2 in great shape, 2 ECUs, 2 T25 turbos, both in great shape, turbo manifold. I mean, all this stuff put together, the parts alone are worth probably $1,200 to $1,500, so it's a pretty good deal, I would say. But if you just want to buy the parts, I'll put up a parts list on the video about how much it wants. Send me a comment, video response, something like that, and I'll discuss things with you. In terms of big items, your doors, your seats, the engine, the transmission, dash, anything like that, I'd really prefer more local pickup than trying to ship it off, because they are very big items and it's going to end up costing you a lot of money to ship them off. So it'd probably be better off if you're in the Tennessee area, Kentucky area, Missouri, any of the states surrounding us, that you could come by and pick them up, or we could meet you halfway, something like that. That would be ideal. But this will probably be one of the last videos of the Sentra channel, so we'll discuss more about that later. Cheers.